Bro, so I already had 2 videos made today. I had 2 videos made today, but one of them got taken down by the WWE. I fuck with y'all, but y'all don't fuck with me. So you know what? Fuck you, pussy bitch hoe. We're reacting to Pinched by an Elephant Beetle by Brave Wilderness. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? I used to watch a lot of this back in my day. You feel what I'm saying? I used to watch it a lot. This guy used to get bit by a lot of things, like black widows, the most dangerous species of an animal in the world. You would get bit by it. You go and he would just like, he was good. He would survive. Me on the other hand, if I would have get bit, I'm dead as a motherfucker. Anyways, let's react to the video.
Let me make sure that my brain is processing this correctly. Costa Rica has 6% of the world's biodiversity.
6%?
At least 1 million species.
Yes.
And 60% of that million is insects.
Yes. Costa Rica is a real insect country.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! What? Dude! Holy cow, that is an enormous beetle!
Bro, I don't like bugs. I don't like bugs. I don't like none of that.
Thanks to BetterHelp,
Fuck
sponsoring
no.
this video.
Hey, call me a bitch.
That is a highly advanced entomology life.
I ain't not picking up a dead animal. No dead mouse. I'm not picking that bitch up. I'll kill it.
Jim.
I'll kill a spider.
Hello, guys.
Tonight,
I'll kill a
we are
fly.
using their powers combined to draw in
I
the
am not.
most fascinating insects of Costa Rica.
It's just
with the
they're
goal
too big
of
and real
catching
for
and
me,
then
bro. It's just
showcasing
like,
a handful
what
of them
the
tomorrow
fuck? You
under
feel
the
me?
light of day. But before we get to that, Jim, tell us
Call me a bitch, I don't give a
why
fuck.
is this technology so advanced?
Yeah, totally. We have a really incredible light trap that we use 3 different type of light bulbs to interfere the navigation of the
Black
insects.
light?
So we have the UV,
UV.
the white light, and the mercury vapor to attract
the fuck is
thousands
it?
of
Mercury
insects that we
vapor?
have in this rainforest.
Now, why is that light combination so important? What does it replicate?
Yes. So insects use the stars and the moon to navigate inside of the rainforest. So now that we have really dark conditions, it's like the perfect time to really attract thousands of insects in this light trap.
So we are
Would y'all do this
intercepting
shit?
their path, and with any luck, we're
What's
going
the
to
craziest
see
thing y'all got
multiple
bit by?
insects. This is going to take a lot of time, though. Arguably, all night. So we're going to sit
snake?
back
People
and
be
enjoy the
getting bit by
show
snakes.
to see what sort of creatures show up.
Fuck is that?
With over 14 years of experience, Jim's field entomology research is unprecedented
Entomologist.
as he humbly boasts the discovery of more
He's an
than 30 new
entomologist.
insect species. A true fanatic of creepy crawly things, he has dedicated his life to rainforest conservation. And as we are about to learn, it all begins with the bugs.
If
All right, Jim, we are about 2 hours in since the lights turned on. There are easily over 1,000 insects on the screen at this point. But when it comes to biodiversity in Costa Rica, do we know how many
Costa Rica.
species there are in this country?
Yeah, absolutely. So let me explain you a little bit exactly the biodiversity that we have in this really small country in Central America. Costa Rica has almost 6% of the world's biodiversity, which is
What the fuck
insane
is
for a
that?
country of this size.
There's like trees and shit?
We estimate that it's around 1 million species of everything, you know, plants, insects, mammals, birds, reptiles, and many
Mammals.
things more.
Really, 1 million species within Costa Rica?
Yes,
species.
exactly.
That's not
And
like
60%
bear.
of that,
That's like different
60%
types of
that
bears and
actually
shit.
are insects.
Or like
So we don't know an
different
exact
types
number,
of,
and
not
that's
no
probably because
fly
you guys are constantly
or housefly.
discovering undescribed
different
species.
types
Totally.
of
You know,
flies,
what we know
bro.
is at least 20% of what we have inside of Costa Rica. We really unknown, you know, the biodiversity
Different types of
our
spiders, not
country.
no
So
black
the
widow,
insects that we're
different
going to see
types
tonight,
of
80%
black
of
widows
them
and other
are
spiders.
still
Shit.
undescribed and are named for science.
Really, so you're saying 80% of the bugs that we might see tonight could be undescribed. So we could be seeing new species that you've never seen before.
Totally.
So here's an idea. You're an
Fuck no.
entomologist. You know your species. Some you may not know, so it may be suitable to put you up to the challenge to see how many of these you can actually identify. What I'd love to do is get you up next to the screen and say, all right, I'm gonna point at one and you tell me if you can identify it. And
Okay.
let's see how many you get right and how many you just don't know.
Absolutely, I take the challenge.
You're up for the challenge? Okay, let's see if you can
right.
let's see if you can name some bugs. Real quick, I want to say a big thank you to BetterHelp for
Oh my
sponsoring this
fucking
event.
god, with these ads.
BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, and it's
Why can't I get an
100%
ad?
online. That
Or
means no
sponsor.
matter
Oh my
where in the
gosh.
world- We're gonna go big. What's that?
This is one of the fruit-feeding moths that we have inside of the rainforest.
Ooh, how about this one?
That is Xylophanes, a sphinx moths.
What's
really
that next
important
one?
pollinator.
Ooh, what's that?
This is basically a moth that is mimicking a really toxic group of beetles.
So that is a moth.
Why does it
It's
look
a
like
moth,
that?
Pretend to be a beetle.
Jim, what's that?
So
What's that?
basically, this belongs to a family that we call Cosidae
What's
or
that?
leopard moths.
Another moth.
What's that? You haven't subscribed? Fuck is you doing?
Great.
Another moth.
All right, I'm gonna guess that that is not a moth. Jim, what's this?
Yeah, people think this is a type of dragonfly, but actually it is not. It's one of the
It's a
ant
cricket.
lions, and this is a predator of insects.
Okay, I would have guessed wrong. I thought that was a dragonfly. Okay, let me look. Moth. Oh, here we go. What are those?
Well, they
What
are
are
basically a really important group
Those
of
look like
pollinator beetles.
y'all ever ate
What about this thing down here? Look at what I've got.
Oh my gosh.
that one
What is
candy?
species?
I mean that
Hold on
one
a second.
cereal.
All right, I know what this is. Cicada.
Totally.
Okay, this one is bizarre.
What was if you ate it?
What in the world is that?
I love this group of insects. We call fulgurids, and they are really colorful. Let me show you. Oh, I need to be like really fast
didn't
because they
squash it,
jump.
did you?
No, they're
okay.
fine actually. But let me show you how cool
It's like a
they are
Dalmatian
inside.
over there.
Yes.
How does he
absolutely.
know
All
that?
fulgurids are amazing here.
Is that a moth?
They're related with the cicadas actually. I mean,
Oh.
closely related with the cicadas.
Not a moth, imagine that. Okay, look at this. Is that a new species?
It's so cool, right? And actually, we have two species of the same genus.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Can you
This
see?
is like,
yes,
yeah.
they are so similar, but they are
Whoa.
like, different. The wing patterns are totally different.
And am I right? Is that a moth?
It's a moth.
It's a moth.
It's a moth.
I got one. Okay. And what kind of moth?
It belongs to the Erebidae family too.
So not a new species.
It's not a new species.
Looks like it could have been, but. Okay, so let's look at these right here. What are those?
Well, coyotes, sometimes we don't know what we have and it takes time to realize what it is. I don't know what it is.
Are you talking about this one or are you talking about that one?
I think it both.
Both
He
of
said
them?
Yes,
both.
I
This
know what
looks
they
like.
are.
Yeah, there's no way you can know all of them
I
like
know,
off
right?
the
I'm assuming
off
it's
the
some sort
bat,
of
off the
moth,
muscle.
right?
It is a moth. Both are moths.
Both
but-
are moths.
But
That looks like a piece of a stick.
yeah, totally, like a piece of wood, right? It's perfect camouflage.
So you're saying you don't know what these two
Oh! I know which one. This is a fly.
are. These could be
Nope.
undescribed species.
Absolutely. And sometimes we need to collect those specimens and then to do the dissection, to check the genitalia, to compare it with the closer species, to figure out which kind of family it is, and then if it's unknown, we can describe the species. Maybe this could be the
Just
coyote.
leave that for now. We'll just say these are pretty cool. We're not going to invade their privacy like that. Ooh, what's that one?
Okay.
That's
This
cool.
is a group that we call Arctidae. So
Arctidae.
love this group of moths. They're trying to resemble, really like dangerous species of wasp. And that is why, this species looks like this.
Sure, I understand. So aposematic coloration, mimicking a wasp.
Correct.
I was really thinking I was pointing at a wasp. Yet again, it's a moth.
Yeah, again.
All right, well, I would say without question, Jim knows his bugs. And what
knows.
I've learned is that if it's
She
not a moth,
knows.
it's probably a beetle. Now, Jim, for an amateur entomology fanatic like myself, if I want to identify insects out in Costa Rica, is there a good field guide that you would recommend to everybody out there
Whoa.
watching?
Well, we have almost 11 years developing one app.
Or you have an app for this?
Yes, exactly. So we are one of the authors, and Biosphere has been putting so much effort to put all this information in the pockets of the people. We have Animals of Costa Rica app, so we have mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, fish, insects, and many things more. in this app.
Arachnid.
How many
Arachnids.
species have you guys cataloged so far?
7,000. Oh my gosh! What? Let me see. What? This is insane.
This is stupid. This is
Oh my
stupid.
gosh! Oh my gosh! What? Dude! Oh my gosh, this is insane! It's one of the largest
That's a
beetles
huge
of our
beetle!
planet!
Holy cow, that is a
Can they show it?
beetle. Okay, that's the biggest thing we've seen the entire night. No,
This is
don't
like a
tell
whole
the
like
audience yet
horror
what that
video.
is. Holy cow!
Yes!
Dude, all right,
Yes!
that is going to be the ultimate bug of the night. This you're gonna absolutely have to see. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe the size of that thing.
Their reaction is stupid. That was stupid.
What kind of beetle is that?
This is basically Megasoma lephas.
Megasoma lephas.
The largest beetles of our planet.
I don't know what that means, but
I want some tacos. Mom's making some tacos.
ladies and gentlemen, get ready to meet the elephant beetle. This is the moment
love
we've
it.
been waiting for. Jim, I'm gonna let you do the honors.
Eagle.
Out of the container. I'm gonna place my arm out in front of the lens. Man, my hand's even shaking a little bit. Here we go. Coyote Peterson is about
Oh, he's
to
about to get
handle
bit.
the elephant beetle.
Are you ready?
I am ready. Go ahead.
One of the most strong beetles of the planet in your hand?
I am ready.
All right.
Oh, those
He's really
claws
mad
are
now.
sharp. Wow. That thing, it has serious weight to it. I have never held a beetle that heavy or that strong.
That's weird.
Let's see if I can just get it to
And it's so spiky as the legs as well.
spike. Now, I know the first thing that anybody's going to notice out there watching is that dominant horn. Jim, what is the point of the horn on this animal?
Yeah, totally. So this is a male, so basically just the males, they have that beautiful horn and they use that for combat between males in the forest canopy. So when they see another male around, and especially if there is a lady around, you know, they're going to start like fighting and
strike
creating
that
a
horn
huge combat
in
between
the
each other
fucking
until one of them drop down on the ground.
Now,
think
when
they
it comes
fuck a
to
lot?
something of this size, believe it or not, they're capable of flying, are they not?
Yes, exactly. So
can fly?
these guys are not able to really take off and fly away just from the ground.
They
So
can
they need to climb up
fly.
trees to get in the forest canopy, and from there they can jump and take off. So because they are super heavy, this is the second heaviest insects in the planet.
What's bigger
Wow.
than this?
The Hercules beetle.
Wow. Maybe it's
But you
because
said that was the
tree behind
biggest, you
the setup
motherfucker.
This would have dropped down from.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is
So
one bigger?
it might for sure attract
wanna see
this
bigger.
guy. But yeah, you can realize that it's one of the most heavy insects in the
Don't
planet.
get stung by it already,
I'm honestly
bitch.
taking the impact of these grappling hook-like claws and all the spines on the legs, but I know one question that the audience definitely wants answered. Is this creature capable of biting? Does it sting? And is it venomous or poisonous?
No, at all. It's a harmless animal, really
Oh.
friendly animal. You know,
Whack.
so people normally they feel afraid when they see these enormous creatures, you know, inside of the rainforest or around the houses in rural.
You
areas of Costa
motherfucker,
Rica.
you fucking.
But yeah,
you
I mean,
bitch.
it's a really friendly creature actually.
Yeah, you know, it's very intimidating looking. I mean, they say don't judge a
You-
book by its cover.
you-
can't
you
judge an
clickbaited us.
insect on its alien nature. This looks like something that would, you know, grapple onto you and just inflict a painful bite or a venomous
off a
sting, but
horror
like you said,
movie.
completely harmless. So, what threats does an animal like this, and all insects for that matter, face within the Costa Rican rainforest?
Yeah, well, Coyote, I feel really worried about the conservation of this group of animals because they are crucial for the functioning of our ecosystems. 40% of the biomass of insects are gone in less than 10 years in Costa Rica. And there are three really important problems that still we need to work to fix this. So we are facing, you know, the losing of habitats, that is around 60% of the threats of insects. And also, you know, the using of pesticides in our crops, which is creating a huge problem
Oh, yeah.
with the biomass of insects, and of course, climate change.
Okay, so it breaks down into three categories essentially: mechanical, the destruction of environment; chemical, which is pesticides and pollution; and then all inclusive with climate change itself.
Totally.
And what happens if, let's say, all the insects on our planet were to disappear? What then happens to humankind?
Yeah, we disappear with them. So people do not realize that we depend on insects. So all the insects are the
We
most
depend on
important
insects?
creatures. We cannot imagine birds without insects. We can imagine that we're going to get food in our table without insects neither.
People are oftentimes afraid of insects because they're misunderstood. And what we're realizing in talking with you, Jim, and working with your team and filming this episode is that insects need conservation. We're worried about things like polar bears and rhinos and all of these megafauna species. While that conservation is certainly important,
But the
these
polar bears, they be
need
getting
our
skinny
support
and
as
some
well.
mess.
And you're doing something very interesting in the Osa Peninsula with your organization, BioSir. Tell us a little bit about the focus and the goal for what you have going there.
Yes, so one of the major goals that we have right now is to keep protecting you know, the tropical rainforest. Still, there are many areas that are for sale that are, you know.
You ever talked to a parrot
That is
before?
what we're trying to do.
They're pretty
to
cool.
protect the habitats of really endangered species that keeps disappearing in our planet. You know, it's crucial.
I like monkeys.
And I think it's, you know,
My
to
favorite
save the
animal. I
rainforest
like
would be one of
monkeys.
the best solutions against climate change.
Jim, thank you so much for
Thank you,
having us
Coyote.
as a part of your research on this trip.
Amazing.
We're gonna release this beetle.
I
back
thought
out
this
into
dude was
the
gonna get
wild tonight, so we can
pinched.
catch some of those shots. But Jim, this has been fantastic.
All right, can I challenge you something? You challenge me, I challenge you.
Oh, you're gonna give me a challenge?
Of course.
What's the challenge?
To put that animal in your face.
On my face. Wow. Okay. Well,
Yeah, it's.
I'm not one to turn
You
down
like
a
painful
challenge.
things, so you should try that.
Okay, I have a feeling that everybody out there
Okay.
watching is like, yeah, Coyote, let's see what happens when you place that on your face. Man, I'm kind of
Okay.
actually worried a little bit about my eyeballs, but okay,
All
here we
right,
go.
all right.
I'll put it on,
You
the,
must try
on the
that.
side of my head. I'm
Okay.
closing my eye though for this one. All right, ready? Here we go.
Okay,
One,
one,
two,
two,
three.
three. Oh no, the nails. You can see how much strong it is.
Oh, it's in my ear.
Oh no.
Oh, wow, they're really, really sharp. Okay, I think we can get the beetle off now.
Okay.
Protect my eyes.
Oh no.
Well, there you have it, guys. The ultimate bug amphitheater. I'm Coyote Peterson. Be brave. Stay wild. We'll see you on the next adventure. Jim,
Thank
that was
you.
awesome.
During my time spent working alongside Jim, I garnered a new understanding for the importance of insects. To put it simply, without these alien-looking creatures, many of us consider creepy, there would be no us. Insects are pollinators, and without them, the plants from which we rely so heavily as a food source for survival would disappear. And if the plants vanish, it's just a few measly
Take care
years
of
before
the
human
wild
species as we know it
motherfuckers.
ceases to exist.
That was it?
It's a harrowing reality whether you want to believe it or not. And the only way to slow, or maybe even stop it, begins with preserving the rainforest. The Biosphere Foundation aims to
I wanted you to get stung, motherfucker. You didn't get stung? You deserve a dislike. No, I'm kidding. Alright. It was a cool video. I did not feel like getting educated right now. But hopefully y'all enjoyed. Bye. Bye.